lovely people. So recently I moved into a new house and I finally have a room that can be my office. I'm a full-time YouTuber and I work from home with my carer slash production assistant slash, oh my god, how is one person so helpful? Clara. All of my writing, filming, editing and admin is done here. I'm used to work at the dining room table in my old house, which, seeing as the ground floor was entirely open plan, wasn't the best. We didn't have anywhere to set things up permanently either, so we always had to tidy away at the end of the day. I am a big fan of sticking lots of stuff on the wall. If I wasn't so aesthetically obsessed, there would definitely be a kind of beautiful mind situation going on here. It was also very hard to shut off from working when I was having dinner, and my work is literally on the same table. We also work with dogs. They aren't great at typing, but they're vital to the company. Vital. So the four of us need a space to work that's calm, organised, easy to use, and also accessible. Oh, this. Oh, I didn't mention this? Yeah. So I'm not always in my wheelchair, but I really need the office to work for when I am. But here's the problem. I hate spending money on myself. I can spend money on other people. I can buy a present for Claudia. I can buy her a new bike. I can put money towards something that benefits both of us, like the house, or a new rug, or absolutely anything our dogs need, because I'm very broody right now. They're my babies. But if it's just for me... It isn't just with wants either, it's also with needs. I really do need a power chair or mobility scooter of some kind, but that's money. I'm going to link it back to internalized ableism. Hi, if you just came here for a room makeover and a stunt, it suddenly got political. Start cute, slip in a lesson later. I know. It sounds silly, but having grown up with a disability, I carry this weight inside me that says, am I worth this? Do I deserve it? And I wouldn't let anyone else feel that way about themselves. Believe me, if you came to me and told me you felt that way that I do, I'd say, let's work through this. You are valid and worth the world. You deserve whatever it is you need. But in my brain, it's entirely practical. Do I make enough money to merit this expense? Talking about money is very difficult for a British person, by the way, so you really should feel blessed. But how much is enough? Will there ever be enough? I think the answer is no.
You deserve to buy the office furniture of your choice.
We worked for 3 years in your living room and made a viable business with profit.
The last month we were like literally surrounded by boxes and my bike. And
yeah, true. I'm so sick of your bike.
It's like the Paralympians. You have to be an extraordinary disabled person to warrant being spoken about. I see most often disabled people on television in the news. A child with Down syndrome jumps into a lake to save a kitten from drowning. A man with no legs climbs a huge mountain and raises thousands of pounds. A woman in a wheelchair fends off a mugger using just 2 fingers. Alright, that last one was a bit weird. The point is, I feel like I have to work twice as hard to be even considered. Considered for what, Jessica? Go and buy the darn office furniture.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Did it.
That's the most money I've ever spent on myself. But if it helps me be more productive, it's either feeding into my thoughts or helping cure them. So let's build an office. Yes, I have straight hair today. It just grows out of my head this way. You'll have to deal with it. So it's day 1. We've cleared the space. We've cleaned the space, all except for my writing desk and chair, which we're keeping in that corner anyway, so they're just staying there. Now we have quite a few IKEA boxes were delivered this morning, 22 in fact. So let's get ready. We now have a room full of boxes. Da, 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 da. Now we just have to work out which of these boxes go in this room, which of them go in the living room.
Hello, and welcome to the Claudia Explains the IKEA chair of Jessica's dreams. So apparently she's told me to give a tutorial on how to use this chair.
It's an important thing to know.
It is. Standing, and you want to sit. This is quite an amazing thing. Look, it doesn't move very much, even though it's on wheels. This is quite heavy until you sit on it, and then it's like moves around very easily. We can adjust the backing here with the little nozzle. You can lean back and it will stay like that. You don't have to force it back to stay, which is very nice. Bouncing, so whilst you're thinking, and then you pat the wood. And then this lever here obviously raises you up or pushes you back down. So this bit either comes forwards or back, depending on how much knee support you want, which is actually really clever. There's multiple bits that you can adjust. It's very 50s.
It's a 1950s office chair, that's why we got it. Yes, I did change. It looks a little like I'm wearing some kind of a wedding dress, doesn't it?
Always.
First one to the garage door's a winner. Oh wait, what?
First one to the window.
Ah! No!
I still
So cruel!
Come to a problem. As you can see, this does not line up. However, we can't click the bottom piece and the top piece together because there's a bit of metal here. So which piece is wrong? Are all the pieces wrong? You've been a bit much for Walter. So, end of day one, many boxes were delivered. We did lots of carting boxes around. We built 2 chairs. We built a cabinet. I'd say we've done pretty well.
Yeah. We also had to take the dogs for a groom, pick up our nephew, doorman come as well.
Yeah, because £10,000 is an extortionate amount to pay for a front door.
Yeah, so we had another quote, obviously. I went grocery shopping,
yes.
took the dogs for a walk. So we've done lots of other stuff as well.
Yes, I think we've done well, darling. I wouldn't put our achievements down.
I was hoping to finish the office today, I must say, but we didn't really get
That may have been
we didn't
overly
really get
optimistic.
started on it until 3:30, and then we had to go pick up our nephew and the dogs from their groom. So we've only really spent maybe a total of 3.5, 4 hours on it.
So we're amazing.
What are you gonna do to pray to reward me? So that's the word.
Anything you want. What do you want? You want Deliveroo?
Yes.
Okay.
And a foot rub.
You can have Deliveroo and a foot rub.
I actually do quite like putting up stuff.
I know you do. You're going to reward me
I
for
must
this hard
say-
labour that I loved.
I must say, every time in the past I've done it, I've never had someone assist me. I kind of just crack on with it, so I'm having to learn to delegate and trust, and I'm a bit like, don't do it like that. What are you doing? Don't put that there. Anyway,
I love you.
goodbye.
Hello and welcome to day 2 of Jessica Does DIY in a wedding dress. This one's from Collective, courtesy of Top Vintage. You'll notice some nice lace detailing and the more stereotypical lesbian does DIY outfit. Take a moment, take a spin, my love, take a spin. Looking good. We've got some boyfriend jeans here, on point.
A tank top.
Yes.
I think you should go get changed.
I've changed into a more appropriate DIYing outfit. Look at this. Vintage shirt. Lovely little blouse. It's very pretty. Look, it's embroidered.
And right now we're going to create some tables. I'm going to create my table, my desk, and then Clara's desk.
Well, actually, we're doing Clara's first, I think.
Yeah.
It's less to it.
Yes. Because my desk is very special, isn't it?
It is.
But you'll see that once we've built it. My table is very special because I can either sit at it like this. This, by the way, is how I sit at all tables. It's very good for your back, for your lower back, did you know? Can be sat like so,
working away. I should probably have my chair a bit higher, I know. Don't write in about that, it's fine. For when, you know, I should mix it up because don't want to get a palsy by staying in the same place for too long. Oh yes. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Ooh.
I think you'd have to work that high.
Now I have a standing desk. There we go. Look at that. How good is that? Not only is there a little button, I'm going to show you the little button. There's this little lever here, which goes up and down. You can also use an app on your phone, which I would show you, but my phone's out of battery, which I think makes it super accessible because say you're in a wheelchair and you're coming up to it and you're like using both of your hands to maneuver. It can be quite difficult if someone's like left the table in a standing position for you then to maneuver and grab at the same time. But with an app on your phone, you can just maneuver in whilst tapping on the app, bring your table down. How amazing is that? It's the future, people. We've come to the future. So after having put in another 2 hours of work, we now have 2 lovely desks to go with our 2 lovely chairs and our lovely filing cabinet. I think we're doing really well. Claudia not so much. She would like everything to have been done in a day, but you know what I call this? Pacing oneself. See you tomorrow when we will build a small filing cabinet and hopefully decorate this lovely room. So, the problem is, there's a little nodule here and a corresponding nodule here, and they need to click together in order that you can bring the drawer backwards and forwards and it doesn't just slide off these rails. However, there's another little like catch bit at the back here that means the drawer section can't go in far enough for the 2 nodules to connect. The manual just freaking stops. It's just like, put your drawers in.
It just says,
oh, thanks.
Slide them in now. Done.
Put them in.
But like, there's no, but what? Like, this bit shows like no, that they haven't been pulled out.
Did you hold down the things?
Am I meant to hold down those?
Hold down the
They
thing.
didn't tell you to hold those. Oh, I see. It's like,
ta-da!
ta-da. We got a bit flummoxed by the drawers, which is apparently the simplest bit.
Well, it's done now. What time is it now, Claudia?
Dim sum time.
Yeah, it is. Dim sum time, dim sum time, dim sum time.
Reward for flat pack IKEA challenge.
Well, hey.
Completed.
Well,
Well,
now
no,
you just
no.
have that massive thing to
Yeah.
put together in the living room. But, you know, the office is kind of done. It just needs decorative stuff now. Now, I'm going to paint some things so that everything is colour coordinating. All the boxes will be the same colour, even if I've just shoved stuff into boxes. At
Yes.
least the boxes will look
I'm
good.
gonna buy some chalk paints. Woo! Match it all up.
Woo!
And then we come to decorating the office, by which I mean chalk painting everything. So it works together, but I don't need to buy new boxes. And velcroing pictures to the wall, along with my Jessie's brain board, from which I will now plan out my entire life. Cue montage of the beautiful finished room. Have it, my beautiful new office, from which Clara and I will work hard and I'll hopefully be creating many excellent videos. So subscribe to watch those and make sure you don't miss a single one by clicking the bell notification. And if you'd like to support the channel, consider joining the Kellgren-Fozard Club, which you can do by clicking the join button down below. There are many perks and I will be very grateful to you. See you in my next video, edited from this very room. Mwah.